It's like there wasn't even a LeafGreen or FireRed ever made for these kids. Oh, wait,
They already have FireRed and LeafGreen.
Getting so much love
FireRed
those
and
past 2
LeafGreen.
years.
Those
Those
are
are
our
our
Gen
Gen
1
1
remakes.
Drive it into
They
your
already
fixed
did remakes.
Pokemon Red and
from
Blue
Red
got
and Blue.
remakes.
FireRed
Did you
and
forget about
LeafGreen.
FireRed and
Sadly, no
LeafGreen?
Water.
Unless they can remake. I know about these. FireRed and LeafGreen are pretty good remakes, however, I still stand by my statement that we kinda do need Red and Blue remakes again. So today I am making a top 5 list to introduce why I want that. So hello and welcome, I'm the Legendary PokéMaster, and here we are with the top 5 reasons why we need Pokemon Red and Blue remakes. So without further ado, let's start. Number 5, online functionality. The online functionality with Pokemon kinda peaked in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire in my opinion, but having it in Red and Blue in any form would be great. In both the original Red and Blue, as well as Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen, there's really no way to battle other trainers unless you're sitting right next to them. Same for trading, which severely limited the whole gotta catch 'em all thing. That's kind of a focus in these games. Being able to trade and battle online would really help with that original concept of documenting everything in the Pokédex, and would provide you with more stuff to do after the game, something that both of the generations of Kanto games were kind of severely lacking. Also, it would prevent you from needing a wire to play multiplayer. Remember when that was a thing? It's kinda hard to do multiplayer in those games anymore because no one has that wire except for me. If they remade the games, it would just be wireless local multiplayer or online multiplayer without the need for a wire like the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games did. Number 4, an expanded story. Pokemon Red and Blue being the first games had very little story in comparison with their later games. Even though FireRed and LeafGreen expanded a little bit with the Sevi Island side quest, the story was basically the same otherwise. There's little character development in the game, and people who actually do get a lot of lines say things kinda minimalistically. A remake of these games could drastically improve the story, and make it more personable with updated phrases and character models. Parts of the story could be extended or enhanced more, like the area in Pokemon Tower, which I feel like had a lot more potential based on what we saw in Pokemon Origins. Yes, this. Added post-game content would also be great because other than catching them all, which is quite hard in the originals and Generation 3, as I said, there's a little keeping you in the game after the Elite Four. Number 3, updated graphics. Yes, I pulled the PS4 fan thing. While in no way am I against old-looking games, as can be told by my Steam library, the graphics from 2001's Game Boy Advance could probably use an update. Seeing Kanto in fully rendered 3D with all of the new Pokemon features and new story elements could really help enhance the experience in the Kanto region. Think about it. These games don't have moving sprites or attack animation synced to the Pokemon. I'm gonna let that speak for itself. There are a lot of places that would look epic first off, like Mount Moon could with its steaming, the Power Plant, SS Anne, Safari Zone, and the way to the Pokemon League. Also, since the game wouldn't be working on the tile system anymore, you'd have a lot more freedom to go where you want. Number 2, added features. There are a lot of great features that could be added to Kanto, like, for example, a PSS system. Like in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I had to throw that in there, sorry. Not only would this allow for online functionality, like I said before, but it could also allow you to rebattle trainers, something that Red and Blue desperately needs to allow you to train. Otherwise, you're kinda just stuck battling these Pokemon around here. Adding Pokemon Ami or Care, like in the 3D games, would also be a great addition to a game where you're supposed to personalize with every Pokemon. That is, if they want to stay true to the original philosophy of catching them all. Helping with this even more could be Pokemon Walking With You, which is supposedly making a comeback sometime soon. Overall, these new features would help a lot of people connect to the game and story more. However, this is not important as number 1, which is to reintroduce Kanto. Yes, I know a lot of people know what Kanto is, but probably very few newcomers to the Pokemon games probably played a game that centered around Kanto's story. Sure, there was Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but that didn't have a full Kanto experience. Just a basically scaled down one with really no plot behind it. Those who did somehow manage to play the originals, most likely through the Virtual Console version, probably got bored of it quickly because the newer games have so much more to offer. I couldn't blame them. Why play this or even this when you have Sun and Moon, which is a greater story and better features? That's the main reason why we need Kanto remakes, is that we need a great region to regain notoriety. Not only among dedicated fans, but everyone who plays Pokemon. What happened in Red and Blue is critical to the plots of new games like Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Black 2 and White 2, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and most recently Sun and Moon. Without a practical up-to-date version of these games, they'd eventually fall into obscurity among the new half of the Pokemon community. Which is why a remake will eventually become a necessity. But anyway, those are only my reasons for a remake, and there are obviously more.
more, so what do you think? Why do we need Kanto remakes? Please leave a comment down below. You can also subscribe to see videos like this twice a week. Regardless, Gen 1ers are cool, and I will see you in the next video.